Good morning, world! Today I am going to be playing tourist in the city that I currently call home, which is Brussels. So I'm going to take you along through a few activities today, a nice mix of some touristy things. We're going to go deep into the center to see a lot of the tourist attractions, as well as some activities that locals really do. It's going to be a nice mix, so whether you're planning to visit the city just for a day, or if you're planning a move here, I'm hoping that this gives you a nice representation of some things that you can do. We're going to start the Saturday morning off with an early exercise class at Animo Studios. There's something about kicking off the weekend with a workout class that just feels awesome. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it's really hard to get to the gym and hype myself up to sweat in a dark room. But when I do, I always feel better after. This particular class is called Train. It's a cross-training workout that includes dumbbells, TRX, and running. The students alternate between the two stations, weights and treadmill, over the course of 50 minutes. On this day, I had the good fortune to be placed next to another Animo coach, Tri. Not only is he a CrossFit competitor, so he's strong as hell, but he's also a real sweetheart. Throughout the class, he gave me words of encouragement to push a little bit harder, and it was contagious to the other students around him. And the coach who was teaching this class, Nick, is also fabulous. I will link the studio down below, and I would highly recommend you take either of their classes the next time you're in Brussels.
Thank you, Ali, for coming. As always, it was great.
That was amazing.
That
was amazing. Come with the flow. Well, that was super intense. Talk about a good start to Saturday morning. If you want to take a class with Animo, I'm going to link them down below. They have a whole bunch of offers. I happen to teach there about 8 to 10 times a week. So feel free to join me in one of my classes. I'm feeling great, full of energy, a little bit sweaty. But if you're worried about leaving the class like I am now, a little bit of a sweaty mess, don't be, because Animo is equipped with wonderful cosmetics and amenities to de-stink you so that you can go back out into the world a little bit more presentable. I did not make use of those today, but I'm gonna go home and de-stink myself. And then we're gonna head out into the world for some brunch in the center.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
You're all so pretty, I just want to get you in the camera.
Dreamy breeze, go.
Tu manges quoi?
Avocado toast
Ok.
with poached eggs and one
Rucola.
rucola.
Ah, c'est parce qu'on veut que tu parles français.
La vie est belle. Et c'est tout.
Toi, t'as déjà tout fini? It looks good.
Ça c'est Victoria. This is Victoria. She's a beautiful yoga teacher. I think you had one of my videos. You were in one before, right?
We did one video together.
We just had a beautiful breakfast, brunch, lunch.
Yeah,
Avec crème.
everything. All
So
together.
good. Voilà. So what would you recommend to someone visiting? I'm taking them through my version of a day in Brussels, but
Well, I would definitely go to the Grand Place because I still think it's the most beautiful Grand Place in Europe, in the world. I would go to Place Poulart, where you have the wheel. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah, Ferris
like
Wheel.
Grand Roue.
You recommended the pizza.
Yes,
Maybe
so what
with
is
the pizza.
actually really nice is to go somewhere and order something takeaway, like a pizza or something easy to eat, and go on the Place Poulart sit there for the sunset because you have a beautiful sunset from there.
Which at this time of year is like 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's quite late actually. I think I would go to Place Sainte-Catherine as well. I never go there, but it's really cool. It's a cool neighborhood. It's a little bit more trendy. And then I would say Les Étangs d'Ixelles. It's a bit calmer, but you have Place Flagey, which is nice. During weekends and on Wednesday you have the market on the place.
That's true.
It's quite cool.
It's very close to the Flagey studio of Animo that
Yes.
I went to this morning. I brought y'all too for the train class.
Oh. Well, hopefully they will come and train
okay.
with you and sweat with you.
I pay her to say these nice things.
She didn't, but I love her class.
It's coming in the mail. It's just one day. If they had one day.
No, I would really say that because the other places are more like neighborhood kind of stuff. So I wouldn't say it's really like Brussels signature. So I would say those.
Perfect.
Enjoy Brussels.
So I've just left Crème, where we were for lunch, with a very happy and full belly now. That restaurant is in the Sablon neighborhood. I'm going to link it down below. It's full of really cute shops, chocolatiers, and kind of fancier restaurants and bars. Recommend if you're looking for that scene. We're going to head into the deep center now, where more of the touristy stuff is. Mannekenpis, Mannekenpis, and the Grand Platz, the main square. And I'm also going to head into the shops because I need to pick up a gift for my mother-in-law, who has her birthday next weekend. So hopefully we can strike some gold there to see what we find. All right? Allons-y.
Success. I found a gift for her in the first store that I went into. And now we're heading to Mannekenpis. And I wanted to give a little shout out to this store here, Garderobe Mannekenpis. Such a cool place. I'm gonna show you exactly why. It's a store here dedicated to all of the costumes that they put on Mannekenpis. Because they dress him up for different occasions. So if they have different dignitaries visiting, or if it's, you know, a national holiday of a country or just a special event, they'll put a special costume on him. But they're all really funny and they're mini, which is hilarious and awesome. And now we're gonna head into the center where we'll do a quick stop by Mannekenpis and then head into the main square. Now, I don't know about you, but when I visit a new city, I don't necessarily want to bring back an uber touristy souvenir. Instead, I like to get something that reminds me of my time there and that I'll actually use in my day-to-day. That could be a classic vinyl, a book of poetry, or a nice bottle of wine. I have a friend who buys a new bottle of perfume every time she travels, and when she wears it, the scent transports her back to the memories she made while there. It doesn't really matter what the thing is, but it's nice to have a little memento that reminds you of your adventures. And what's cool about the aforementioned things, perfume, wine, and a record, is that they engage the senses. So, for example, when you sit down to enjoy that nice bottle of wine you picked up in Italy, not only will it be a little party for your taste buds, but your mind will also be flooded with all of the memories you made during your trip. It's like a 2-for-1 gift. I'd be really curious to hear if you have any traditions when traveling and or one-of-a-kind mementos you collect when on the road. Let me know down below.
Such a cold, cold place. Oh, it's a long, hard fall.
It's really nice sometimes to play tourist in one city, I have to admit, hence the reason for today's video. But on a day like today, when it's summery and it's not raining, there's a lot of people out. I wasn't the only one with the idea to explore downtown today, clearly. After visiting the sites like Mannekenpis and Grand Platz, sometimes you just need a moment to breathe. So I find it nice to hit one of the chocolate shops here, or the place I just went to, that Mediterranean patisserie, pick up something sweet, and then find yourself a little quiet corner in a park, enjoy it, take a few breaths, pause, because if you're here touring, probably not in a rush. So just take advantage of a park bench, have some really good people watching, and then head back out into the madness when you're ready to brace it again. Snacks, we have Ferris Wheel, we have Review. And now we're just gonna combine them. We're gonna take the Ferris Wheel up and watch the sunset from there. As the sun sets on our touristy day together here in Brussels, I'd like to leave you all with a few remarks. When visiting a new city, there can be a lot of temptation to tick off as many of the tourist attractions as possible. And while there is real value in exploring the wonders of the world, I think it's also important to make space for the little rituals that bring you joy. Something as simple as watching the sunset with a cold beer, or sitting in the park, or taking a group fitness class. Just because we are away from home doesn't mean that we have to completely forego our routines. If anything, doing the things that we enjoy in a new place can bring a fresh perspective. Traveling gives us a great opportunity to balance the new with the familiar. We can continue to practice the habits that fill our cup, while at the same time remain open to exploring the unknown. I want to thank you all for watching and for accompanying me throughout Brussels today. Sending you all big bisous.